Hey, what's up, Scott Balcom here with Imagination Creation Films, and today, a movement. Stop subscribing to products. Today spawned an acceleration of a video in my queue to make, and yeah, today, well, it's now today, yeah. And speaking of subscribing, my channel is a service, not a product. Did you subscribe? It's free, and it's right next to the thumbs up button, or if you don't agree with me, well, the subscribe button is right next to the thumbs down button. And you can also become a channel member, which allows you access to special products continuously. So what do I mean? Well, it's quite simple with relatively little gray area. The only gray area in this discussion is how companies make their money. So let's define what we're talking about. What is a product? A product is something that is made, developed, or created that has a defined deliverable. You build a chair, it has 4 legs, or looks like a chair. Once it's built, you sell it one time to the consumer. There are no chair updates, there are no chair bug fixes. They just aren't needed. It's just a product. Let's say you build a car. It has maybe 4 wheels and it looks like an SUV. Well, because all cars kind of look like little jelly bean SUVs now anyway, so yeah. There could be updates to it, and if those updates are critical to its operation, well, they're free. They're called recalls. Sometimes they even give you improvements for free, but it's free. You buy the car once, it belongs to you. When it comes to software, you define what the software will be, you create it, and you sell it. Sometimes you need a bug fix, sometimes you provide small improvements, and those are usually free. If you want to change the car, change the chair, or change the software majorly, you offer an upgrade, a trade-in, or a whole new product. That's how products work. Services are something that you pay for continuously because you have someone else do it, or it's something that has a continuous monthly cost in providing. And no, that doesn't necessarily include the cost of doing business unless the service is the only product. Electricity is a service. They're constantly delivering it to you. Oil changes can be a service, and video streaming is technically a service if criteria are met. What criteria? Well, there are shows and movies, and there are streaming services. The shows themselves are products, and the streaming service is, well, a service. Combine them together, and you have a service that provides products continuously. Notice I said products, and notice I said continuously. That's because a streaming service delivers you existing products and creates and delivers new, equally valued products that you didn't know or even know about. That's the service. Now, the delivery of new and existing products is really what it is. However, you can just buy the products on Blu-ray, usually, if you want. Would it be a service if they advertised themselves as a movie service and delivered you a single movie and then only released 1-minute shorts? I bet you'd say no. Over the last several years, software as a service became a phrase that the bean counters just flat out loved, and companies jumped all over it, providing a product at a monthly cost to bring in monthly revenue, not directly tied to the quality of their product. Their description usually is, well, we're providing constant improvements to the products that you love, and your monthly subscription helps make that happen. Let's give some examples. Adobe. They made this change all the way back in 2013. So what I'm about to tell you, well, it has plenty of time to happen. Spoiler alert, it didn't happen. They claimed that they would be able to innovate faster and provide better products. Well, sadly, this just flat out isn't true. They continuously put out buggy software with tiny improvements and spent a lot of money developing additional services that they could charge more for, like Adobe Stock, where they pay creators literally pennies and charge you multiple dollars. All the while, the products only improved slightly over the past 8 years. It's so bad that I, who have used Premiere since like 1993. I literally just actually went back and checked this video. It's been 28 years since I first started using Premiere. And today, this, Adobe. Yep, I'm unsubscribing and I'm uninstalling. Enough. And what do I have to say about why? Let's look at some other examples and classify them. Frame.io. They are technically Adobe now, but since they're going to remain their own, good on them for that. They are a service because they host videos for you and provide the tools for markups, etc. That makes them a service. If it is a service you need, then, well, it's probably a valuable service. Music subscriptions. This is a great way to get access to millions of songs, and they continuously add new songs, old songs, and so much more. If you like music, well, it seems like a pretty good value. If you want to support musicians, you usually will buy the album or vinyl nowadays, since that's now back popular. I mean, for good reasons. Music subscriptions for videos. Well, these are a great way to get affordable music for your videos if you use it. The value is if you need songs all the time. If you don't, licensing a single song might be a better fit. Now, speaking of music, if you're looking for good music, I'm back to using Epidemic Sound because, well, stems, baby. I love that feature. Plus, their sound effects selection is really, really good. And if you want to use Epidemic Sound too, you can click the link below. This is not a sponsored post at all, but it is an affiliate link, and we each get 30 days free if you do it. So if you're looking for music for your videos and you want to help me and you want to help yourself, then yeah, it kind of works out. Another example, Aperture, and well, Citus Link for iPad. I love Aperture. Almost everything they make is amazing, but one should not confuse my love for a company with blind trust. Their iPad Citus Link is now subscription-based, and I don't care for that decision at all. Mostly because I don't feel like the value is there to make it a service. I want software companies to go back to what they worked well for consumers. Release a product and then pay for upgrades. This allows me to not have a constant internet connection everywhere I go, and I don't have to keep paying for some new product or some new feature that I just don't need to keep using the one that I do need. I'm not asking for a boycott. I'm not asking you to cancel your subscriptions in disgust. What I am asking you to do is to evaluate subscriptions and don't support them if they're not going to deliver an equal, continuous product at regular intervals. This should make it fairly easy for you. If the service costs money to maintain outside of regular doing business costs, then it might have a valuable service worth a certain amount of money for you to subscribe to. But if they're just going to do bug fixes or tiny improvements, well, honestly, that's just not something you should be paying for. Bring back quality, value, and accountability to products. Stop subscribing to them. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Yeah, and as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions.